Days of questions and deliberations, a jury believed Anderson took money in exchange for legislative votes. CBS 11's Matthew Simon has more tonight from the federal courthouse.
Good evening, everyone. It took jurors in this case about 4 hours Friday afternoon and about another 4 hours this morning into this afternoon to come back and shock Tom Anderson as they said he was guilty 7 times over of conspiring to take bribes.
No, I'm just devastated. That's the verdict.
Moments after the guilty verdict came down, a devastated Tom Anderson said he thought he'd become a victim of federal prosecutors trying to criminalize being a lawmaker. Earlier in the day, Anderson said he thought things were going his way when jurors asked to have the secret recordings replayed, where he says he will not do anything unethical. Jurors included in their verdict they believed Anderson conspired with former Muni lobbyist Bill Bobrick and the FBI secret informant Frank Pruitt to receive money through a fake website. While Anderson thought the money was coming from a private prison company, Cornell, Pruitt was really supplying Anderson FBI money. After the verdict, one juror said the evidence spoke for itself and the prosecution did a good job of presenting its case. The maximum Anderson will face on the 2 extortion counts, 40 years and $500,000 in fines. The 3 money laundering counts, 60 years and $750,000 in fines. For the 1 bribery count, 10 years and $250,000 in fines. For the 1 conspiracy count, 5 years and $250,000 in fines. The maximum total, 115 years and $1,750,000 in fines.
You think the trial was fair?
A silently out-of-character Tom Anderson walked away from the courthouse, uncomfortably holding on to a guilty verdict it seems like he never expected, but says he prepared to receive.
The statement is that I'm devastated, and I think that it's not accurate what the verdict is.
Tom Anderson is a free man tonight, out on probation until October the 2nd, when a judge will tell him his fate. And tonight, many in political circles are saying they do not expect him to serve more than 2 years. Downtown at the federal courthouse, Matthew Simon, CBS 11 News.
Today's verdict comes as the governor signed into law ethics legislation that targets lawmakers. At the bill signing, the only thing lawmakers could talk about was Anderson's guilty verdict. CBS 11's Andrea Gusty talked to them about the trial and its outcome. She joins us live in the studio with that part of the story. Andrea.
Reagan, it was pure coincidence that the governor signed a major piece of ethics legislation today, mere minutes after Tom Anderson's guilty verdict was announced. Now the verdict and what it means for the future of the state is starting to sink in. It's a verdict many have been waiting months to hear. Guilty. But it's a verdict that doesn't only affect Tom Anderson.
I feel sorry for the family, I feel sorry for the kids, I feel sorry for his wife, and I feel sorry for the government that we've had a situation where somebody was found guilty of violating laws and ethics.
Governor Palin says Anderson's guilty verdict could be a turning point for legislative ethics in Alaska.
But I do believe it could be a precursor for more to come. And as I said in our press conference, too, I think it's unfortunate that the feds had to come in and start cleaning up our house. We need to be policing our own, if you will.
But the damage may already be done. A former lawmaker found guilty of conspiracy, extortion, bribery, and money laundering while in office could put the entire system into question.
That is very bad for public policy if the integrity of the lawmaking process is called into question. We're going to have to go to a special session because of some of these issues.
Though they can't go back in time, many lawmakers hope to prevent this kind of thing in the future.
We all can do better. We can all do a better job in our day-to-day interactions with both the public and our constituents and the people that try to influence us in maintaining a bright line, as Representative Rammer spoke about, a bright line separation between what's right and what's wrong.
That separation between right and wrong may become a bit clearer in the coming months, as 3 other lawmakers accused of corruption will have their day in court.
I'm sure that everybody involved will look at this as a real possibility, that you can't just smile and expect that because you've been a very popular legislator that will affect how the system of justice treats you.
Bruce Wyrock and Pete Cotter, the next two lawmakers to face a judge and jury. They will be followed closely by Vic Coring. All three men face charges of conspiracy, extortion, and bribery in connection with the VECO legislative scandal. Live in the studio, I'm Andrea Gusty, CBS 11 News.
Alaska dairy farmers will be getting a raise